Every day we had another fight. I was far too blind to realize that our love had got out of control. Should've known I was better off alone. Now I see you when it's out in the light, and I'm leaving your love behind. Now I see that you're out of my life. I don't need you. I see it trembling all too fast, but I'm not leaving. And you go round and round and round, and you cannot see. I'll be right behind you, honking the tree. You look so beautiful today, and now the game is changing. Just like a stranger, suddenly you know something.
It's starting. Hello and welcome to Comedysportz, the home of competitive improvisation. We're so excited to have you here tonight. We have an epic battle between two teams who are going to be going after your love, your laughter, your applause, your chats, your Twitch points, your gemstones, your gifts, your emojis. They want them all. They're hungry for them. It's been a long week. So while we're here, and welcome everybody, I want to go ahead and see who is here for the first time, who's new or who is not. And I am going to put this in the chat. We're learning together. We're doing great. I'm going to start this poll. Here we go. So go ahead and vote. And the upper, right above your chat is going to be a little poll that says who is new. You can select new or not. And then we will go ahead and see those results come up and get some information here. Oh, we've got some great votes coming in. We've got some new, we've got some not. Excellent. I love to see this voting. Glad we're still in the habit. Perfect. And while that's calculating, go ahead and say hello to each other in the chat. Let them know, let people know where you're from. Where are you watching from? One of the best parts of this is that we can share it with our friends and family and loyal fans all over the country. So please go ahead, let us know where you are. And this vote is counting down. We're so close to the end here. And boom. Here we go. We've got a lot of nots and one new. We've also got some people using those channel points. So excellent work. Well, for those of you who are new, you are about to see a epic battle, as I mentioned, between two teams. And you are going to have to use that voting function many times to decide which of these people deserve the self-confidence that your votes and your appreciation gives them, and who is going to sleep in a little extra on Saturday out of sadness. Awesome. Ooh, we've got people in San Jose. Oh, we've got some dogs saying hello to me. I love this. Get to know each other in the chat, have some fun. Another job you're going to have in addition to voting is giving suggestions, a lot like, you know, writing your congressperson or your senator. You're going to give us suggestions. So we're going to practice doing that a little bit right now. On a personal note, everybody, I am about to go home to spend time with my parents for the next 6 weeks. Don't worry, I've been quarantined. I'm very safe. It's going to be fine. Please accept that in the chat and trust me. But something I do need to know is, let's give me some suggestions of things you can do with your parents. And while you're thinking of those suggestions, let me let you know a little bit about our brown bag foul. So our brown bag foul is, at Comedysportz, we pride ourselves on being able to do comedy whether you are 6 years old or 106 years old. We don't feel the need to delve into the world of politics, even though I've already mentioned that, or, you know, anything lewd, crude, lascivious, bed, bath, or beyond. We don't want that in the chat. We've got little chat robots in there that are going to be watching you to make sure you stay on task. So don't say something that you wouldn't say in front of your parents. And let's say in front of my parents, because I don't know your familial relationship. Perfect. And we've got some of those suggestions coming in right now. Excellent. Awesome. Ooh, these are some great ones. Excellent, excellent. I know civics was not about that, but I wish that was something we would do with our parents. Oh, Amanda discussed people I went to school with 20 years ago. Yes, Susan Remley likes to ask me if I know this person from church, and I knew them when I was 5, and so sad it hasn't stuck. All right, perfect. Oh, yeah. Great. Excellent. So you can see how that works. I'll need you to get your little fingies hot on the chat, your little phalanges. A lot of times throughout the match, we're going to need that in order to inspire our scenes, our games, and perhaps a song or two. So a couple more things to get you started before we dive right into this match. First of all, if you visit our About section on Twitch, we have a lot of wonderful resources. We have some resource guides on Black Lives Matter. We have resource guides on voting, on community activism. And additionally, next week, probably end of next week, Saturday, we're going to have a holiday shopping guide. So where you can support some independent, minority-owned businesses. Really, and this is maybe a little political, but we don't need to give Jeff Bezos more money. Right? So let's give money to people who are doing things like woodworking and embroidery, like myself, but I don't have an Etsy shop because I'm too lazy. Okay, great. So please come back to check out that merch. And we are very excited about that. So with all of those announcements, you guys are hot on the chat. You are ready to vote. I think we can get this little show on the road. So if I can turn to Ryan Ford, our strongest leader of all the robots, let's get this match going. All right, welcome, loyal fans. Tonight is an epic battle between two teams. We have your downtown Chicago bosses who have won several matches in a row, but they will be challenged by the ever-vested, the ever-strong, the ever-competitive Lyle B-Backs. They will be battling for your love, your laughter, your applause, your chats, and they will be hoping for the self-confidence to lead them into the week ahead. And as they come, oh, here we come. First up, our Lyle B-Backs. Starting off for the B-Backs, Matt, L and defense. L, well, Susan, it's easy for me, but Harmon for you. Harmon. And your captain of the B-Backs, Captain Pad. I've been on Jeopardy, but can't guess it correctly in 6 things. Connolly. One time is all it takes. And now, get your hands together in your apartments, in your homes for the downtown Chicago bosses. Leading off, Meg, not one of those, Kennedy. We've got Allie, real life Zelda Volmer. And your captain, Cynthia, vegan snack Kamak. And now, all of your respect, all of your energy, get up out of your seats, push it up, get everything going for your host, your referee, the epic, the only, Luis. Is that an attic or a basement? Cortez!
It is an attic.
Well, now that's solved. I guess we won't vote on that one.
I mean, you could have asked. It's an attic with, like, it's not an A-frame, but it's getting there.
Okay, yeah. So an unintentional A-frame, much like myself.
Exactly. Wait, let's see.
It's fine. You can agree. Let's move on.
Okay. I agree, Bethany. You're kind of an A-frame, but not really. No, other way. There
Okay,
it is.
okay,
Now
okay,
we're
okay.
there it is. Now we're looking at each other. There
Yeah.
it is. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Comedy Sports. It's Friday night. It's 7:30, and that's pretty much all I got so far. But we're going to come up with the rest as we go. Now, I'm Ref Luis. I'm going to be making all the calls tonight. Bethany has gone ahead and explained most of the things that you need to know about the show if you've never seen it before. The only other thing that I need to talk about is one other foul, and it is, of course, the technical foul. Now, how does the technical foul work? We are on Twitch now, and last thing I heard, Twitch was on the internet, and the internet can be expensive, but only for humans. So, since a lot of us are actors, well, our Wi-Fi is not great, and so sometimes we may glitch, sometimes we may freeze, sometimes we may completely drop the call, and we'll see what happens. But if that takes place, I will blow my whistle, authentic whistle sound, and call the technical foul. And then whatever punishment takes place will be based on what's going on in that moment. So even if you give me a technical foul when we're just talking to the captains, I'm still going to call it, and a form of punishment will be doled out, and I'll figure it out in that spot. But that's the only foul that you need to know about. That's the technical foul. Everything else has already been explained, and if it hasn't, we will when we get to it. All right, that's all I think I need to explain. Bethany, I believe we are ready to go. So.
I'm perfect.
Let's not keep people waiting then. Give me a bunch of 6s and 7s in the chat as we bring up the captains. All right. So we have got Captain Cynthia and Captain Pad. So let's go ahead and tell you what. If you're new to our show, if you've never seen our show before, this is your first time here, do me a favor and throw your initials into the chat right now. Someone just gifted so many subscriptions. Thank you so much. Enjoy those, because now you can actually get down to some of our emojis. All right.
Oznog.
Yes.
Oznog.
When you think of generosity, think of Sazaznog. All right. So. Now we got the initials of, let's go with HW. So Violin Chica has the initials of HW. We're going to try to figure out their name. So what is Violin Chica's names? The initials are HW. Cynthia, that means this way. Cynthia.
Yeah.
What is their name?
Heather Whittles.
Heather Willows.
Willows. With the T.
Wilts. Heather Wilts. And now Pad, what is their name?
Hello, Wheelie.
Oh, I thought you were going to say hello world.
Oh, no.
Okay.
That would have been better.
All right. So Violin Chica, do me a favor and throw in what your actual name is into the chat, and let's see who was closer. All right, so we're going to wait for that to come right into the chat, and we'll see who is going to pick our very first game. As we wait for Violin Chica to put their real name into the chat.
Or just who was closer.
Or just who was closer. Well, then tell you what.
Heathers, and
Oh, yeah, it's pronounced Whittles. Oh, Whittles. Cynthia had it, but pronounced Whittles. Yeah. Wait a minute, Cynthia. Now, are you familiar with this person?
I may have invited some people to come and watch the show.
Good strategy, Cynthia. Good strategy. I know you thought ahead. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the win on that one. Sorry, Pad. So Cynthia, you won that coin toss. Well done. I'm gonna let you pick our first head-to-head. What's it gonna be?
Well, I enjoyed using those initials, so I would like to continue that and pick gramophone.
Oh, fantastic. Pat, do you accept?
Yes, we do.
Good.
I don't know why I said that so smugly.
I know. You said it in a way where I thought there was going to be more afterwards, which is why I paused. I was like, oh, here we go. But no, we did not go. No.
I was just thinking about the first rigged coin toss, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. It doesn't really matter. It's not going to affect the match.
All right, captains, prep your teams for me. For the game of grandma phone. Now we've all have a grandma or a grandma type person in our lives, and whenever they call the house, we know that everybody in the house is going to have to talk to them. Now, if it was anything like when I was a kid in my house, you would just be passing the corded phone around, or at least everyone would come into the room so that we could all hear at the same time before speakerphone. But that's what we're going to be paying some homage to right now. So grandma's going to be calling, and a bunch of random people are going to be answering. The teams are going to go back and forth, passing the phone and talking to grandma, and they're going to be telling each other who they are, and that's going to be completely based on your initials. So do me a favor, right now into the chat, just throw in initials, whether they're your initials, your partner's initials, who's ever sitting right next to you, their initials. Just throw initials into the chat. The only stipulation is please make sure they're made of letters. All right. So at the end of this, we're going to throw a poll up into the chat, and you're going to get to vote on which team you think spoke to their grandma much better. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm going to go with the very first one that I saw. So your initials for this first one is going to be ED, and we're going to start with Pad. So here we go. Players, begin.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Grandma. Yeah, no, I'm here. Yeah, oh no, everybody's here. Oh yeah, everybody's just lined up to talk to you. Actually, I have to get back to cooking. You know what? I'm going to pass you off. I'm going to pass you off to this electric donkey.
Hello, grandmother. We were having such a great time with everyone who was here. Oh, grandmother, I must pass you to the excellent doctor.
Grandma, so proud of you. You've been eating all of your vegetables. That's wonderful. Also exercising. This is fantastic. Your premiums are going to go down. They're just going to go straight down. You'll barely need to see me. I'll miss you a bunch but you'll be so healthy. Oh, wait, Grandma. Oh, hold on just a second. There's an educational dinosaur here that needs to talk to you. Here you go.
Hello, I'm a T-Rex and I've got tiny arms and I don't like talking about it. Thank you very much. Excuse me, I've gotta go. There's an evacuating Disney prince.
Hello. I have to get this slipper to someone, but first I have to get to a FEMA site. That's where all the Disney princesses are going. Oh, hold on real quick, Grandma. This estuary diver needs to speak to you.
It's all right, Grandma. Yeah, pressure is really doing me in right now. Yeah. Oh, Grandma, it's been great.
Switch it up to MG.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but hold on, Grandma. Because, Mother Ginger is here to talk to you.
Oh, yes, hello. No, I'm just drinking some non-caffeinated tea. It helps with digestion. Oh dear, hold on. Let me just pass you along. I have to send you to this Mega Godzilla.
I am so much bigger now, Grandma. I've taken over Tokyo. I've taken over Okinawa. Oh, Grandma, I'm so sorry. Metro Goldwyn, but that's it. Needs to talk to you.
Grandma, I love you. You are wonderful. You're so talented. We're going to put you in the pictures. It's going to be great. Chaplin's next one. He's such a funny guy, and you're going to be right next to him. And this one's a talkie. It's going to be hilarious. Oh, no, wait. A majestic goose is on the line for you. Here you go.
Ooh. Grandma, I gotta go. There's a massive gnat that wants to talk to you.
Hello, Grandma. I'm totally gonna...
Switch it up to FB.
FB? Hold on, Grandma. I'm gonna have to give you over to this feral boy.
Yes, Grandmother. Yes, I was raised by wolves, but I am a gentleman. Yes, Grandmother, yes, I promise you. Oh, hold on, Grandma. There's a very fancy beast that needs to talk to you.
Ooh, sorry, Pat. I think you muted yourself or we lost your audio. So I'm going to call a technical foul. And in fact, let's just call the game right there. Oh, so close. So close. So we made it through that entire game, and then unfortunately, Pad got a technical foul there at the end. But let's go ahead and start that poll. So you can see that poll up on your screens right now. Who had the better grandmas? Go ahead and vote. And I believe you can do multiple votes if you use your channel points. So
I set it up so that they can.
Fantastic. So use those channel points right now, multiple votes. Now, last time I hit a personal record with how many votes we got people in one round, which is 326 to like 250. So I would like to beat that. So start using those points, those channel points. It is now a race to see who is going to win this round. So is it going to be
vote for the red team
or our red V-backs? So keep voting. That is still very much open. I'm trying to find what the actual pointage was that we used the last time because I know I wrote it down and I want to see.
This is really close too, Luis. This is like.
I know this is super close, and I believe it's called. There it is. So it's been called. So now at a score of 118 to 113, that is 5 points to the bosses.
Recount, hand recount.
No.
No, this is not Nevada or Georgia. These results are firm.
All right. So let me write that down because I want to make sure that we keep track of these. I always want to see if we can beat them. So we got 118 to 113. I think we can do better than that. What are you going to do with those channel points? Nothing. All right. So that means 5 points to the bosses. So then let's go ahead and bring the captain of the bosses up to the screen. Give me Captain Cynthia.
Yeah.
All right. Captain Cynthia, you have just won. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there I am. There we go.
There it is. There you go. Over there. So you just won 5 points for your team, or your team has won those 5 points. So I'm going to let you pick your first solo game. What's it going to be?
I would love to play the game of hesitation.
Ooh, fantastic. For the game of hesitation. Now, do I call those hesitations, or are you going to get those straight from the chat?
We'll get them straight from the chat whenever somebody from our team does this.
Fantastic. All right. So here's how this is going to work. So the bosses are going to start a scene. At any time during their scene, what they're going to do is they're going to lean into the screen just like this and set you up for a give. When that happens, just go ahead and immediately throw it into the chat. So it could be something like, and I'll do it for you right now as an example, and please throw them into the chat so you can see how it works. So I might be like, oh, I'm going to go down to the store and I'm going to buy a... And then you would just go ahead and immediately throw it into the chat as quickly as you can. And I'll pick the first thing, a fork. I'm going to go to the store and buy a fork. And while I'm at the store, I was so hungry that I ate a, and once again, you would throw it into the chat and I'll pick the first thing that comes in, which would be a bear. So I'm going to go to the store and get a fork. And while I'm there, I'm going to eat a bear. And that's is how it's played. And of course, now try and stay right on top of those keyboards so we can get those suggestions to them as quickly as possible. So here we go. Now I'm going to use one of the suggestions that you just gave me to kick this scene off. And that suggestion is going to go to Allie, who gave the suggestion of baby kangaroo. Not you, Allie. Allie in the chat. But your suggestion is going to be baby kangaroo for this game. And of course, barn burners, get ready to give those suggestions as they call for them. Your suggestion is baby kangaroo. Players, begin.
Darkness everywhere. There's no end in sight. We have to start a campfire at some point, Natalie.
Patricia, you're freaking me out. You know I hate the dark. You're freaking
Natalie,
me out.
Natalie, I need you to pull yourself together. I need you to think deep and get yourself a torch. Think deep down inside of you and that torch that's in you. That is your light. That is your compass. Think of the torch in your heart and bring that out for me, Natalie.
Oh my God. That was a bear. There's a bear.
Natalie, they try to be as adorable as possible, but they really hit you where it hurts, your wallet. So just make sure that if you do go up to hug it, you just keep your wits about you.
But I love snuggle bugs. Oh, a snuggle bug. Oh my goodness. Hey,
How did you know my name was Snugglebug?
Holy cannoli! That's not a talking bear. That's that's confetti. That's confetti.
That's right. I'm confetti, molded together, and used to sit inside my mama kangaroo's pouch. Some thought I was a baby kangaroo, but nope, I'm old moldy confetti. And I have so many magical powers. I'm here to help you. Read. I'm here to help you read.
Natalie, this is your chance. Your torch within you has gone dark, but it'll brighten up if you finally learn how to read.
I need to read. I need to read this series that I know you love. This series, Where Bethany's Glasses. It's my favorite young adult series.
I just so happen to have that in my sack. Where are Bethany's glasses? Oh, where, oh, where, oh, where?
Oh, can you go to the third chapter? The third chapter is my favorite part. That's when Bethany's glasses finally, gossip girl. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll call it there.
I might be biased, but I really liked that one.
I did too. I was actually just thinking, that's a tough one to play, simply because you have to wait for those suggestions to come in. I'm gonna throw the bosses an extra point. Let's give them an extra point for attempting that game. That's a hard one because you do have to wait.
Well, I was talking about them just saying my name so much.
No, that's also true.
Yeah.
But overall, as a whole, I mean, us mentioning you more is always just a given. But also, thank you to the barn burners for staying right on top of their keyboards to get the suggestions in as quick as possible. So thank you. All right, so we have played those games, or we have played that game. And in fact, I meant to give some extra points earlier because I believe there was someone in the chat, and this was a while back, but someone in the chat was going crazy over Susan's hair. Susan's hair is on point tonight. So let's go ahead and give the red team. Let's give them a point for hair.
You're like points all over, man. I love Friday Luis.
Friday Luis, I just got paid in points. So yeah. So Friday Luis has got points to burn. Saturday Luis does not give away any extra points because I burned all of them.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the captain of the red team up on the screen, please. All right, Captain Pat.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How I can see that we got your audio back.
Oh yeah. No, I'm happy to have my audio back. Happy that we got a bonus point, and hopefully you like this next game almost as much as you like the blue team's game.
Well, let's find out. I guess you seem a little snarky. What's going on?
I'm just doing the opposite of pandering to this crowd.
Okay.
Friday pad. Hello.
I like this new pad. I like it. Let's give him a point.
Yeah, it's working. It's
What
working.
is happening here, Luis?
Pat, what game would you like to play? You jerk.
Okay, I like the direction this is going. We're as you know, if you're watching a Twitch stream, sometimes you got to watch that 30-second ad intro. So we want to pay homage to that with the game of Word from our sponsor.
Ooh.
Fantastic. All right. So for the game of Word from our sponsor, I'm going to need a couple of different suggestions for this team, and I am going to pull those up right now because you actually gave them to me earlier. All right. So for the game of Word from our sponsor, the first thing I am going to need is a topic that Susan and Pad can talk about. So let's say just what if we were going to do like a kind of a telethon fundraiser thing? What is something that would not get a telethon fundraiser about? So you know what they do, what topics they actually talk about with those fundraisers. What's something that they would not actually try to fundraise for, and put that into the chat. And then also as well, I'm going to need a few more things. So number one, how about in the chat throw a product that we don't really use anymore. It's kind of come and gone. So a fax machine or an old rotary phone. We don't really use both of those are phones. I don't know why I picked two phones. And then also, how about we just picked something that you wouldn't necessarily fundraise for, but what is something completely like kind of out of left field that you could actually fundraise for? So they raise funds for a lot of animals, but maybe what's an animal that you wouldn't necessarily raise funds for, or something like that? What's a cause that you could, but you wouldn't come to mind right away? And then also, finally, one last thing I need. Let's see, just how about something that doesn't have an instruction manual, but would be awesome if it did. All right, so let's go ahead and get all of those suggestions out. So, let's go ahead and talk about Pat and Susan. You're going to talk about magic powers, magical abilities. People who have them, people who want them, people who hate them, totally up to you. You're going to be talking about that. Now, as we're discussing magical abilities, we're actually also going to get some nice commercials up on your screen so that you can enjoy in between to cut up the monotony. And so what are these going to be about? Let's find out. Let's see. I would like one of these to be about pagers. I would like to see one about pagers. I would also, let's see. Let's go ahead and why don't we try to save, okay, I'm going to give this to Mark Wilder. Save whales, but the country Wales. So save the whales, but the country. And then finally, let's see. Let's say that the last one, the suggestion is just going to be wine. Just wine. So we're going to see these come up throughout this chat. All right, so those, I believe those are all the suggestions that are required. Yes, Pat, we are good to go. You got everything you need? Fantastic. All right, so here we go and begin.
Well, good morning here at Comic-Con's morning announcements. I'm here with my other morning host, Jim. Aren't you just so excited to be here?
This is super exciting. This is the first Comic-Con that I have ever attended. I don't know what to expect, so I'm just happy to be on board.
I am also a local news anchor, so I have to talk in this voice all the time, but I've been playing D&D since I was 8. I know so many things.
I just worked in a smoothie shop for a long time. That's why I talk this way. But we're not here to talk about smoothies. We're here to talk about magic and Dungeons and Dragons.
Absolutely. So tell me, if you could have any magical power, what would it be? Would it be fruit related?
Oh, absolutely. I can think of a whole list of fruits. In fact, I'll tell you my top 10, but only after we hear this word from our sponsor.
Are you from the 80s? Do you need to get a call? I have got a pager. By now I've got them all. All the pages from the 80s filling up landfills now. Pages.
And strawberries are number 10.
That's just riveting. I mean, at the end of the day, that's a very big and controversial take on starfruit. Speaking of stars, if you had to recast the World of Warcraft movie with your favorite celebrities, who would you start with?
It would just be Helen Mirren in all the roles. No one has more versatility or charm on screen.
That is absolutely correct. You know, honestly, I think that she would make an excellent orc. She's got that stance and that power. Ugh, and those British teeth, I mean, they're just terrible, as they should be.
Well, and just to hear her voice saying Loch Tar Ogar.
I mean, if you think about her turn in the movie version of Skyrim, when she said, "And then I took an arrow in the knee," I really just felt total empathy.
Now
Uh,
that's magic.
Indeed. Speaking of feeling things in magic, now we need to hear another word from our sponsor.
Well, you can keep the Cornish. You can keep from Leeds. You can keep the Dornish. There's just one for me. That's fantastic. That is from Wales. Please save the whales. Oh, fantastic. Save the whales. Fantastic. Save the whales.
And that's why at the end of the day, everyone is freaking out because they're remastering Mass Effect. I know, I never thought they'd do it, but they did. I'm gonna buy it and it's gonna be wonderful. I'll probably hold myself up in a cave and play 500 hours straight.
It's gonna be worth
are you
it.
gonna
That
do with your
series has
weekend?
never let anyone down.
Not at all. All of your choices had essential, important consequences. Oh, speaking of consequences, I know that you talked about fruit, but if you could steal something magically, what would it be?
Oh, I would steal a book of spells because then I'd have more spells. It's just a
Ooh,
self-perpetuating cycle. What about
it's
you?
just like wishing for more wishes. Oh, classic prank. Oh, I think at the end of the day, I would just steal a lot of gold. I mean, gold prices are really just holding steady. It's so practical. Everything I need to know, I learned from D&D. Speaking of learning, let's get another informational commercial.
All right. So,
That hit me too hard.
all right, we have started the poll. Once again, let's beat that old score, 118 to 113. I think you can do better than that. So who's going to get those 5 juicy points? These are the juiciest points that we picked this week, and we're giving them to one of these teams. Is it going to be the hesitation of the bosses or the word up of the B-backs? So go ahead and get those votes in there. Vote, 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 vote. You did it once, you can do it again. Make sure that you are breaking those numbers. Come on, we are just past the halfway point. Come on, get the votes in there. Go, vote, 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 vote. Who's it going to be?
Less of a Nevada, more of an Illinois.
Yeah.
Or Kentucky,
Yeah.
quite
Most
frankly.
definitely. This is definitely,
Depends
yeah.
on which way you're looking.
Yeah.
They always
The way that you're talking, that is the way that this is going. Oh, boy. All right. This was not even close. With a score of 212 to 84, the team that gets the 5 points is going to be our red team. Bethany, what does that bring our score to?
Oh, that brings our score to Lyle be back 7 with the bosses only 6. And
Fantastic.
I'll say that in the reverse order for better enunciation. You get it.
Yeah. I mean, what happened with that last sentence, though?
I don't know. Something trailed off. It's okay. We don't have to focus on it.
No, we do not. Fair enough. All right. Let's get the captains on the screen. All right. Lyle be backs. Bosses, welcome back. Pad, you are currently in the lead. It is very close. It is just a separation of 1 point. So I'm going to let you pick the head-to-head. What's going to be?
1 point's enough to win. For our head-to-head, we're going to go with our namesake for the Lowly Backs, and we're going to play Last Action Joke.
Last action joke. Captain Cynthia, do you accept?
I do.
Now, before we change this up, I should mention, I just realized there really wasn't ever any sort of punishment for that technical foul. So just to make it fair, let's go ahead and take a point from the Lalbybacks. All right. So no. So now, Cynthia, not Cynthia, don't, because it's just gonna come out braggy. Bethany, what's our score?
Our score is now Lyle be back 6, but the bosses also have 6.
Okay.
How was that one? Referee?
You know what that means, Bethany. We got ourselves a very close game.
Yes.
All right. So let's see. Now that it's tied up, although I was going to give this to you, and now we've gone ahead and challenged both teams to the game of Last Action Joke. So for the game of Last Action Joke, what's going to happen is we're going to head and get suggestions in the chat. In fact, right now into the chat, give me suggestions of things that you could never in a million years kill or hurt somebody with. So go ahead and throw those into the chat. Once again, they are things that you could never in a million years kill or hurt somebody with. So
not words.
For the game of Last Action Joke, many of our past action stars, whether it be 80s, 90s, and today, have had these amazing lines right as they're attacking a bad guy or just going for that final blow. And you got Arnold Schwarzenegger and he stabs a guy in the eye and he's just like, get the point. And then he was the governor of California. That was not a good choice for us. So once again, we're paying homage to those people with the game of Last Action Joke. I'm going to give them the murder weapon, and they're going to have to give me the cool kill line. Now, I am just going to call names out, so be on the balls of your feet because it could come to you next. All right, and I'm going to take those suggestions straight from the chat, and at the end, you're going to get to vote on who you think had the better kill lines. So here we go. Open up those ears. Let's begin because the first suggestion is going to be salsa. You are using salsa as your weapon. Here we go. Meg.
I can't do anything right. I'm sauced.
Matt.
Looks like I peak O, Digayo.
Allie.
Looks like your life is left in a maze.
Susan.
Turns out you were just mild.
Cynthia.
Looks like my power has been jalapeno business. You are dead now.
Pad.
Ha! If I had to choose the way I wanted to die, I would not picante that one.
All right, let's change up the suggestion. Your next suggestion is going to be, mashed potatoes. I don't know why I got so excited. Susan.
Looks like you're really stiff because of the starch.
Cynthia.
Now that's all left of you is a spud body.
Matt.
Mush, 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 mush.
The good news is, it's not a tuba.
Meg.
Whoa. Stop.
You are dead now. You better believe it.
Let's change it up. Let's use all right. Let's use baby powder. And because you were so excited, pad.
Oh, whoosh, 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 whoosh.
I don't want to talk about it.
Cynthia.
I'm for babies, 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 I'm for babies.
Looks like you won't cause any friction for me anymore.
No, I got it. Don't eat it. Susan.
I told you not to be so rash.
Allie.
Johnson.
If you think you're dead, you're white.
Matt.
Shaky. Push.
That's for your diaper.
Meg.
Babies.
You are dead. A powder.
You know what? We'll call it on that one. All right. So I believe we're going to start another poll on this one. So you've just watched that game, and someone needs to take these 5 points. The poll has started. So who was the better? Oh no. So go ahead and once again use those points. Use those channel points. Get up there. So let's try and beat the last score. And the last one wasn't even close. I would love for this one to not even be close. So let's get those points in there. Come on and vote. Who's it going to be? Our red team, or Loudly Max, or our blue team, our downtown Chicago bosses. So just remember, where are your points going to go? Make sure to get those points in there. Are they going to go to Lyle, or are they going to go to downtown Chicago? What do they have in Lyle? I don't know, probably a Culver's. What do they have in downtown Chicago? 3 Arby's. All right. So I believe that we are about to come. The only 3.
Still too far away. They're still too far away.
I know. All right, so the score went very differently this time. Went only 11-8. Come on. The score still goes to the Lyle B. Backs. 5 points to the Lyle B. Backs. That's nice. So Bethany,
Turnout. It's the ground game. That's right.
Bethany, what does that make our score?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I was excited about my pointing.
No,
That
you-
makes our score, Bosses 6, Lyle be backs 11.
I'm going to go, after the show, I'm going to go back to this video and find the point where you can see how proud you are that you are pointing in the right direction.
Yeah, I figured it out. And really screenshot that and send it to me.
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna. All right. Let's see. The score stands at 11-6. Let's go ahead and get both captains on the screen. All right, captains. Welcome back. We are now at a score of Lyle be Backs 11, Bosses 6. So Cynthia, you're a little behind. But it doesn't matter because I'm about to challenge both captains to the game of 6 things. So you both still have an opportunity to win this game. So I'm going to ask you, who are you going to send out?
I'm going to send out Allie.
All right. So Allie is going out. Allie is going out for our bosses. And Pat, who are you sending out?
We've got a healthy lead, but we're not taking chances. Susan Harmon.
We're sending out Susan. So it's Allie versus Susan. And an all-out battle for supremacy and points. All right, so for the game of 6 things, what we are going to do right now is we are going to get a lot of suggestions from you. So let's go ahead and get those suggestion hats on, put coal in them, or whatever it is that you need to, whatever it is that you need to put in there to power them. So let me just get this right up here, and there it is. Okay, fantastic. So now you can see, for those of you who have never seen the show, here's how it's going to work. This is one of my personal favorite shows, and the entire time that I have been doing Comedy Sports, this is one of my favorite games, the game of 6 things. So what's going to happen is we are about to guess all of the things that you see there on your screen. Am I pointing in the right direction? I probably am. Let's change it up a little bit, because we've played this game a lot. and both Allie and Susan are very good. So we're going to make this a little bit more challenging for them. So you can see the very first one there, going to a restaurant. So let's change this up a bit. So in the chat right now, let's see, give me a location from a book that's not the standard ones that you know. So no Hogwarts or Narnia or any of the districts. There are other books. So give me a fun location from a book. And then also, let's say, give me a famous woman from history. A famous woman or a person who identifies as a woman from history. I'll give you an extra point if you make them not American. Because there's history in other countries too, from what I hear, like England, where the history was, invented. I think that's where the factory is. All right, so let's go ahead and say for the first one, we're going to go to a restaurant, and we're going to go to a restaurant. Oh, that's hard. All right, I'll do it. We're gonna go to a restaurant in Isla Nublar from Jurassic Park.
Oh.
And then you are going to go to this restaurant with. Oh, I like this one. Let's go with Angela Merkel.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Angela Merkel from Germany. All right, so that's the first one. So what could you do a puzzle, please, Bethany?
Yeah, I would love to. So first of all, let's get a suggestion of who is a heartthrob from the 90s. So somebody, it could be a man or a woman, but somebody who is like a, heartthrob. And then also give me what's something we use in a sport. So like in a football, we have to have a football, but something else we use in a sport. Perfect. And I love this. Okay. Ooh, this is all good. Oh man, I want them all. I am going to take, I think we had Ross from Friends in a recent one, actually. I'm going to take Lance Bass. The puzzle pieces are Lance Bass. All these little Lance Basses you're just putting together. And then let's get, for your piece, let's get a whistle. So, I should have switched those around. Let's say you're doing this with a whistle.
All right. I'm going to take my next suggestions from the ones that were already given.
There's some good ones.
For Visit Santa, because there's some good ones. So yeah. You're visiting Santa, except that Santa is a shuttlecock. And then all the elves that are with Santa, all Santa's elves, are just a bunch of John Stamoses.
I almost took John Stamos. I'm so glad you did.
I know.
I'm so glad you did. I was very close. Perfect. I'll grab number 4, if you will. Let's get for flu shots. Give me something. Oh, I love that. Give me a comfort food. So something you love to eat, maybe something that's going to come up on Thanksgiving, but something that's a comfort food for you. And then also give me an animal, but like a weird animal. Susan knows a lot of animals, and I want to see what we can find out there. Okay. Ooh. I like all of these. Okay, so we're going to take, I like this, grilled cheese. So the flu shots are grilled cheese. Yum, delicious. And you're going to do this with, and I saw it a few times, an aardvark. So let's say, yeah, you're with, because you always need to go with someone.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But you don't do flu shots alone.
No. Then they're blue shots.
Nice. All right. Let's do walking down the aisle. All right. So for walking down the aisle, let's do. So we just bought the game of not Perfection, but Operation. We just bought Operation to play during the winter. What's another game like from your childhood, like a board game from your childhood? And then. What is a mythical creature? What's a mythical creature? So you just gave us a bunch of animals that actually exist in this world, but what is a mythical creature? All right, so go ahead and throw those in there. So we are going to walk down the aisle, but you are walking down the aisle with, let's see, let's do a hippogriff. You're walking down the aisle with a hippogriff, and all of the people that are like the audience, the people who came to watch. I didn't have a wedding, so I don't know what they're called. The audience. I will say that it's just a bunch of hungry hippos.
I love it. Oh, wow, that's a very hippo focused clue.
I know!
Oh, perfect. I think I'm going to steal some of these suggestions that we already have for number 6. And remember, these two are worth 10 points, so we got to make them a little harder.
Definitely.
So actually, I'm going to get one. Give me an emotion or a feeling or an idea, something like sadness or liberty or loneliness or something that doesn't apply to me. Let's do that. And then while you're doing that, I do want to say that the boat, because I like this suggestion, is skip the bread, just a cheese ball. We can just take cheese ball, but if they get no bread, I'd like a bonus point. So that is the boat. The boat is just a cheese ball, no bread. Yep. Perfect. And then, ooh, I really like this. And then the water is suspicion.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, suspicion. Very good. Ooh, these are great ones. Good job, everybody.
Yeah, this was awesome. Good job. I was gonna say, I was trying to mix well done and good job. Good
Well
done,
done.
everyone. Good done indeed. All right. So we just got all those suggestions, and they will be coming back up for those of you that were watching it on the screen. Now, just so you know, the people on the screens who are going to be guessing, they are not going to be able to see those clues when they come up on your screen. They have removed their Twitch feed, and so they can only see themselves and the people giving them their clues. So they can't see any of the answers on the screen. Each of the teams is going to have about, and I believe that we can go ahead and start bringing our players back in now. So let's go ahead and let them know that they're going to be coming back in here in just a second. Great. So as I was explaining, each team is going to have 90 seconds for each of their things. Each team will be taking 3 things. I believe it is blue does odds and red does evens, I believe is how it goes. I always forget.
Correct.
Great.
Oh,
So
it wasn't my job to text them, apparently.
Blue does 1, 3, and 5, and red does 2, 4, and 6. Each of these, the first 4 will be worth 5 points, and then we'll kick it up a notch depending on how the show is going in that moment. All right. So as I mentioned, and of course, the kicker to this game, they cannot use any actual English words like I'm doing right now. They're just going to have to use mime and gibberish. Mime is, of course, the art of being stuck in a box like I'm doing right now, and gibberish is just a nonsensical, made-up language. Don't try to decipher it. It's really just noise. But if you think about it, isn't every language just noise? And we just agree that it means something? But put it back in because you're going to need it. All right. I think that's everything that you all need to know. We can go ahead and bring our players back in here. All right. So, as I mentioned, you're going to have 90 seconds for each of these things. The other team will be watching. Why? Because if you can't get your thing within those 90 seconds, they are going to get an opportunity to steal. Let's see. I believe that is everything that you all need to know. As I mentioned, we're going to be throwing those suggestions back on the screen there so you can follow along. Be sure to throw them some cheers in the chat if you feel like you're getting close. And then, of course, go crazy with the 6s and 7s once they get it. I believe we have 1:30 on the clock. We have our very first thing going to pop up on the screen there. All right. So we're starting with Allie and the bosses. Players, here we go. 1:30 begins now.
Oh, hija la cámara. That's good about. Okay. That's about.
Sabra, Sabaharada.
Oh, akan sabi bilang kasi na, bali ba? Oh, akan na bilang. Oh, na na ba? Baka naman, bili ba?
1 minute.
Daka sada. Oh, reka kada. Oh, akan sada para ka sa dabla. Amin nila. Oh, akan sada. Oh, aras kira.
Chama que sim, chama essa cara. Shabra. Hello, Shabra. What's
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Shabala.
Sada. Oh,
Shabala. Ala Shabra ko chelala tana. Shabala. Mamara.
akan sada pa. Akan sada.
All right, I believe that's everything, and I believe you have 11 seconds left. All right, so Allie, go ahead and take a guess. What are you doing?
I am going out to eat. The restaurant is Jurassic Park, and I'm going out to eat with a Cockney Angel.
It's close.
Okay, so you actually got the actual activity, but you need to get more specific with your location and the last one as well. It's an angel, but you might not have the place right. So here we go. You have 11 seconds to fix it. Begin. All right, time is up. Time is up. Allie, you have one more guess. If you can't get it this time, the red team is going to have an opportunity to steal. So, what are you doing?
I am going out to eat in fancy Jurassic Park for the VIP ticket holders, and I am wining and dining Father Benedict Cumberbatch.
Okay. Closer.
I'm getting a thumbs up. I'm getting the thumbs up. I'm getting a thumbs up from the green room.
Well, what you're getting is the light, because your time is up, and I'm going to go ahead and let Susan take a guess.
Yeah. Oh, definitely going out to eat. Except the restaurant is, I believe, Ilsa Nublar was the name of the island or something like that. And you're eating with the ghost of Christmas Past from A Christmas Carol, but as played in the Muppet version, which is the best version, obviously.
Okay, so you were going to a restaurant. The restaurant was actually in Isla Nublar. So that is an amazing guess. But you were actually with Angela Merkel. Yeah.
Never seen either movie.
Honestly, she is a Cockney Angel in her own way.
I mean,
From Germany.
really, truly.
Whoops.
Yeah, Angela Merkel from
Cockney
Jurassic
Angel we
Park.
all deserved.
All right, so no points given to anyone on that one. But now we're going to go ahead and move on to number 2. So we're going to go ahead and throw another minute 30 into the chat. So red team, the Lyle Be Backs will now be taking their minute 30. And of course, Allie is going to watch so that she has an opportunity to steal. A minute 30 begins now.
Skibada, fuabada, ka fua, sko fump, fua, sabada, sabada, skabada, fuabada, ka, oh, skafua.
A tink.
Oh,
A tink.
Chikunk, safuada,
Oh, Zaskara. Tink.
Sapa.
Tink.
1 minute.
Fa. Deep da ba da ba da ba da. Fa. Sa. Be ba ba ba. Wa. Gung. King. Wa.
Zaskara, yeah.
Fuabada, ta, fua, safkata.
Tink, yeah. Hala.
A foomp, a foomp, a foomp, a foomp, a foomp, a foomp, a foomp. Hey, scavara fois, here, oh, savara. Oh, sa foi.
Oh, tweet?
All right.
25 seconds left.
All right, Susan,
Oh,
you got 15
16.
seconds. You got 16 seconds
Oh,
left. You got 16
Harmon
seconds.
family
left.
favorite. Oh,
So I'm gonna
Harmon
let you.
family favorite.
So I'm gonna let you
Put
take
together
your
a
guess.
puzzle. No, wait. Put together a puzzle. The puzzle pieces are the cutest member of NSYNC, Lance Bass. I hold firm on that. And I'm putting the puzzle together with just a whistle.
Yeah, that's right. Good job. 5 points. 5 points to allow me back.
Angela Merkel whistle. Got
Let us let us prep for number 3. The score still stands completely tied up, 11-11. We are ready for number 3 with another minute 30 up on the clock. That begins now.
Oh, oh. Oh, ¿qué se te parece ya? A ver, ¿será para ting 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 ting? Oh, ¿será para ting ting? Oh, ¿de pica será para ahora? Oh, ¿pero qué será? Oh, ¿qué pero será? Okay, I like it.
Sabada governor.
Oh, back sabada.
Shabada ha.
Oh, back sabada.
Shabada ha. Sabada da. Shabada da. Dangy dangy. Doing. Ah, shabada da. Shabada da.
This is
Shabada da.
Shabada da.
Shabada da.
I like I said about it.
Ah, Zamada.
What the fuck?
30 seconds.
Oh, apresa. Ajá, pero que será. Hola. Agora será. Ajá, apresa. Apresa. Ara será. Ara será. Obrigada. Apresa.
5, 4, 3, 2,
All right, yeah.
4 seconds left.
Yeah.
4 seconds left. We're calling
Yeah,
it.
it was about 4 seconds. Yeah.
That was on me too.
All right, Allie. We got 4 seconds left. What are you doing?
I am sitting on Santa's lap asking for some presents. Santa themselves is a shuttlecock, and the little elf that's helping out is Oikos only John Stamos.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Good job. Yeah, well done. You were visiting Santa, and Santa was a shuttlecock, and the elves, all the elves, were just a bunch of John Stamoses. So good job. 5 points to the Loud B-Backs, which brings the score to 11-16. But we are now moving on to thing number 4. So let's go ahead and prep the Loud B-Backs for number 4. They're going to have another minute 30 on the clock, and of course, Allie's going to be looking right over their shoulder for an opportunity to steal. So here we go. Minute 30 starts now.
Oh, chink. Haskana me.
Yeah, Baba.
Ah, si fara pink pink pink. Ah, safaka. Wa.
Haskana.
Ah, sabra. Ah, scafoi. Ah, blup 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 blup. Tick 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 tick.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Ah.
Oh,
Ah, ça va. Ska fara baba. Ka for baba. Go blorp. Poo. Hua pa. Kapwa.
have it on like.
Sabra, Sabra, about goo gabba ba ha ba 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 wa ba 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 ba.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Dominica. Ting, 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 ting. Oh, Uskana. Haskana.
Yeah. All right.
11 seconds.
Got 11 seconds left. Let's go ahead and take a guess. Susan, what are you doing?
I'm getting a flu shot, which we all should.
Yes.
The needle itself is a mozzarella stick, so tasty. And the arm I'm getting the flu shot in is an aardvark.
Oh, okay. So you got everything right except for that middle one. It was not a mozzarella stick, but you still have 11 seconds. So fix it. Let's go.
Sabri sabra ba sabra ba 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 clicking clicking saka si here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time has expired.
All right, Susan, time is over. Your time is up. You got no more time. I don't know any other way to say that. What are you doing?
Getting a flu shot.
Yes.
The arm I'm getting a flu shot in is an aardvark, and
Yes.
the needle itself is a grilled cheese sandwich. Just
That's right.
Sandy.
Good job. That's another 5 points. Well done. Okay, so let's go ahead. And Bethany, what is our score right now?
Now our score is Bosses 11, Lyle be back 21.
All right,
I
so
can
we
do
have
it.
got the Bosses at 11, the Loudlybacks at 21. We are now moving to thing number 5. We're going to go ahead and double those points. So now each of these things will be worth 10 points. All right, we have another minute 30 on the clock. It technically is still anybody's game, depending on how these last two go. So here we go. Minute 30 on the clock, starting now.
Oh, God,
30 seconds. All right, you got 23 seconds left. Allie, what are you doing?
I am getting married to a hippogriff in front of hippopotamuses.
Okay, so close. Everything needs a little tightening up except for the hippogriff. That's spot on. You have 23 seconds. Fix it. Beginning now.
Ten seconds.
9, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, time's up. Time's up. That's it. That's time. All right, Allie. Final guess for this for your own things. What are you doing?
I am walking down the aisle with a hippogriff, and my everybody who's witnessing are hungry hippos.
That is 10 points to the Bosses, which actually ties up the score, bringing us to another literal barn burner for the last thing. It is literally whoever gets this last thing is the winner of tonight's match. It is our very last thing. So let's go ahead, get the Lyle be back up on the screen. Minute 30 up on the screen.
Oh man, I really thought hubris was the way to go on this one.
I mean, it's not over. I would say stick with it. Stick with that hubris. Yeah, show's not over just yet. You have a minute 30 on the clock. Here we go. Thing number 6, also worth 10 points. Game's on the line. Let's begin.
Oh, sifo ni ba kasava
Yeah.
Skafwada, oh, chukunk. Oh, skafwasta. Oh, but skafafwa. Kwasafwa. Shoo. Splooshy.
Oh, Zuki, sploosh.
Yeah, kasaba.
Sabra, si prepara,
One minute.
Haku, aka, boom.
30 seconds.
How about a club? How about a
Somebody blub 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 sploosh.
Sorry.
Skabada safwada.
10 seconds.
Bloop.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's time.
Oh, Ziska.
All right, that's it. Time is up. All the time is gone. All we have time for now is guesses. So, Susan, for the game, what are you doing?
Yeah, super easy, very simple. I'm on an architectural boat tour, gem of Chicago tourism. The water itself is the concept of being suspicious of someone. And the boat itself is a cheese ball that you would serve at a party. But it's like, it doesn't have the crumbly stuff on top.
What the? That's it. That is exactly it. The crumbly stuff was the extra point. So you actually get 11 points for that. You get the full 11 points, bringing our score to 21 to 31.
It's the new haircut.
I am not mad. I am impressed. I am astounded. I'm gonna be calling Susan afterwards as like a thank you. A bottle of champagne is on the way, but there will be no.
All right. Oh, thank you so much, everybody. Bethany, please call us out.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to Twitch. Don't forget, we have a 9:30 show tonight. But before that, let's give it up for our losers tonight. But number one in our hearts are Chicago bosses. Zelda herself, Ali Vollmer. The best Kennedy in the history books or anyone I know, Meg Kennedy. And your captain of the bosses, the only woman I can know, the only person I know that can run 50 miles at one time, Cynthia Kamak. And then your winners for tonight, the Long Backs, your leadoff hitter, Matt on the voice, Elwell, he can whine. Susan, how on earth did you get the cheese ball without the crumbly stuffed cheese almond on cleanup? And finally, your captain of the bosses, he was surly, he was angrier than we remember him, but he still won, Patrick Connolly. And finally, throw every 6 and 7 you have in the chat for the man in the attic, the man of the hour, the man of our hearts, our referee and host, Luis Cortez. Thank you all so much. Come back and visit us at 9:30 where we'll have a brand new group to battle for your love. Thank you.